Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells. We're on 5BC. We've got random outfits on. We're the magician. Good, just making sure everything is set. And what kind of a run are we gonna do today? I got no freaking idea. But I do know that there's a few achievements that we need to do, and I was kind of hoping for there to be a tombstone here, because a tombstone would be a very fun run. This is a Hyperlight Drifter outfit with the magician. You're right, absolutely. Arm knock, but I should probably play Hyperlight Drifter at some point. I actually do have it, but I haven't played it. Anyways, we're gonna probably just do like a magic missile. Maybe do some sort of a tactics focused run. And by tactics, I mean purple, which is tactics. Never mind, I thought I misspoke there. I just assumed that I was gonna be dumb and completely misspeak, but no, I was actually correct on that one. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for a little bit of a tactics run here. As for where we're gonna go or what we're gonna do, I have no idea. Let's also do this real quick. So we have the Serenade out and active. I don't know what the Serenade achievement actually is. I should really just look it up. It's like, well, there was an achievement, There was an achievement that's use 2 pets at the same time, which I've done already. So what the heck is this achievement? I got no idea. Thank you. But you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll see what we need to do at some point. We still have these outfits to unlock. The outfits from the not related games, but from the Everyone's Here update that added in Skull and Hollow Knight references and everything. So we still have stuff to do there. I was just waiting for the sword to do anything, and then it didn't. Thank you. Man, the sword does 2,000 damage on a crit, which is absurd. Why did it only do like 300 damage on that crit, though? I guess, well, it only did 1,000 damage on that crit. Does this have like, oh, double damage on a target covered in burning oil? That wouldn't make up for the difference in damage, though. So you know what? Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what caused the sword to do so much damage, but we'll figure it out at some point. Or maybe we won't. Maybe it's, because as you swap the weapon, it changes its statistics. Maybe we just had some weird statistical nonsense. Yoink. It's very easy to kill that guy. You gotta love the power of the Serenade when it works, though. Maybe there's an achievement for having like 2 Serenades out at the same time. Is that even something that can happen? We'd have to get lucky getting a legendary one, because we've already, received the legendary, since that's what you get when you unlocked it for the first time. Fire grenade or the shovel? You know what? I will recycle the shovel. Mythic Johnny, welcome. Yeah, I'll look up at some point. Whoa, boomerang! I will look up what that Serenade achievement is. I don't think we've done it. Like, I don't think the game is glitched. I think I've just don't know what it is specifically, but I looked up how to unlock these outfits, so I have that to look forward to rather. There's another Serenade, which I don't think we really care about. So what are the outfits I have to unlock? I have to unlock the Hollow Knight outfit, which requires the nail weapon. I have to unlock the, just trying to like, keep the weapon going here. Yeah, that was pretty good. We have to do the Hollow Knight weapon, which requires the nail. We have to do Guacamelee outfit, which requires a hand-to-hand or hand-to-foot weapon. Something of that nature. And then there's another outfit, which I completely forgot about, but I will probably remember in the moment and then realize, wait a minute, I actually do not have the necessary tools to do the unlock. What the heck was it? Oh, Face Flask. If we find a Face Flask, we can get another unlock. So those are the three, goodbye, the three requirements for our unlock potential here. And if we find a hand or a foot weapon, or the nail, or a face flask, we can get some achievements. And we will definitely look for those as time goes on. You know what, give me tactics skills here, because I was gonna say I do need to replace the Serenade, since it is not what we are going to be relying on in the future, and a turret that pierces all enemies, that's fine. Why is the turret kind of glowing? Does that mean it's like active? Why is the turret kind of like glowing in the UI? Now it stopped. What the heck? No idea what caused that, but that was strange. Code Maiden says, I got the Guacamelee outfit because I love to kick. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the kicking weapons in Dead Cells. I know that I need to do, right, it breaks the map. I know I need to play around a little bit more with the Spartan sandals. People keep telling me that that's actually not that bad, and I think there's an achievement related to the queen with the Spartan sandals, kicking her off of the tower or something, so that might be something to hold in our backpack for a while. Are Spartan sandals tactics? They might actually be tactics now that I think about it. Lacerating aura. Yeah, we'll take that over the root grenade. I think it's probably just a little bit better for the AoE potential. We've got a pretty decent run here all of a sudden. Like, I like everything about the run. I like the fact that we've got a boomerang. Magic Missile is very good on the Watcher, so is the double crossbow-matic. And at this point, you know, we could upgrade a little bit if we managed to find a heavy turret or a cannon turret. But otherwise, like, this is a totally acceptable run going up against the Watcher. So I absolutely love the, oh man, I hate this outfit. I absolutely love the idea of, you know, a good Watcher build here and fighting the Watcher. I like the sewers, and I like the Watcher boss fight too. You know, I don't just come here because I want to try and get as much, yeah, put it in your backpack, as much scrolls as possible. That's one of the reasons, but I like the biomes too. I do wish that the enemies wouldn't aggro if you throw a turret, but I understand the reason for it. Okay, well, am I stuck here? No, I can leave. Come to me. I put the turret over here by accident, so I needed you to come over to me so I could ice you. Extra jump in midair seems great. I have a very strong respect. Yo, throw the boomerang. I have a very strong respect for auto aim, and the magic missiles are so good for auto aiming. I did look it up though. I looked up magic missiles on the wiki, and apparently magic missiles can't stagger at all. Not even on the last shot. I'm pretty sure they're just unstaggered weapons. So in a lot of situations, if I'm trying to like play chicken with the enemy, why aim down, I'm going to be the one who loses out because the enemy is gonna, like a rampaging zombie, they're gonna rampage you. They're gonna hit you because they don't get staggered. They don't get stopped by magic missiles. Now, pyrotechnics is another kind of ranged tactics weapon that has multiple shots and like a combo. And so I looked it up. Pyrotechnics can stagger on the last hit of the combo, which I guess that does match with my general use of the weapon, which is that it usually staggers on the last hit because it's the big hit. Apparently it can't stagger on the other hits. It can only stagger on the last hit, which is kind of interesting. So there's a little bit of like gameplay mechanics at play with these weapons, where if you use magic missiles, you're never gonna stun lock a zombie who's rushing at you. And with pyrotechnics, you have to get the last shot to stun lock something. And you just gotta pay attention to that. You gotta pay attention to the fact that, you know, you can't play chicken with everything in the game with not every weapon anyways. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that, you know, that little gameplay mechanic exists and that you can kind of, to an extent, play with it a little bit. You know, you can choose weapons depending on whether or not they can stagger. It's nifty. I think my boomerang hit the scorpion and then didn't bounce because that's a bug. It's a funny bug. If ever you throw the boomerang and it just goes tonk onto a wall, that's why. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, you can just roll through it. You can just roll through it? Maybe we should, oh man. I was gonna say maybe we should try to find like a foot weapon and then go to the sepulcher. But that's more of a, it's more of a brutality-focused build, isn't it? If you've got some sort of a sandal or something. Yo, there's a heavy turret right there. Okay. Get rid of lacerating aura. With magic missile, lacerating aura is not that important because you can shoot, you know, at any angle basically. But we should definitely be using the turrets a little bit more too. But yeah, this is a great build for the Watcher. You've got turrets for the tentacles, which are the hard part. The Watcher itself is not really all that bad. All right, look, I'll see you later, dude. Should not be using both turrets at the same time, but we'll work on it. And yeah, maybe we'll actually be able to get a flawless for once. I am notoriously bad at flawlessing the Watcher due to the presence of the tentacles. I gotta remember that we shouldn't go down to the corrupted prison because of the fact that like, there's not gonna be anything there, there's no teleporter. So pyrotechnics doesn't aim upwards, it only aims horizontally, but the last hit of the combo would stagger enemies, in theory. I don't want these though. I kinda am just looking for upgrades to the existing weapons that we have, because the existing weapons that we have are fantastic for the upcoming levels. You know, I'm learning to kind of plan out my run a little bit. We have weapons right now that are decent for the floors that we're in and that will get better when we get to other locations. You know, the turrets are gonna be great in the prisoners' quarters because we're gonna be cursed. That was a bad shot from the turret, but that's okay. We know that the boomerang and the turrets are going to be a little bit more important to utilize in the next sewers biome, because the next sewers biome is going to have enemies that tend to be a little bit tankier, a little bit bigger. You know, you got mushrooms, you got the failed experiments and stuff like that. So having a little bit more firepower definitely helps there. And then they're also just fun to use. It's fun to use turrets. It's fun to use magic missile. I probably would not replace the magic missile with anything until we do the until we do the Watcher fight. But alchemical carbine is definitely a possibility because I really want to find one of those and just do a carbine run. They're a lot of fun. What the heck? I knew it! So when I threw I was actually thinking about this. When I threw the boomerang and it went tonk, I knew that there was gonna be I knew there was gonna be a scorpion there because of the bug where if it hits a scorpion, it bounces off of them. So you can kind of use the boomerang to look for scorpions. Okay, don't hit that door. Which is a little weird, admittedly, but that's still kind of interesting. Yep, right there, you see it? Blink and you'll miss it, but it did indicate that there was gonna be a scorpion there. Oh. That's one of those bugs that's very strange, but also very annoying because it limits the usefulness of your boomerang if it just bounces off of a nothing. What was it? We had just gonna eat it. We had something like that happen in the distillery once, I think. I had a boomerang, and it was a good boomerang, but it was bouncing off of the explosive wall doors that you need barrels for. So I just couldn't kill certain enemies if they were too close to a door, because the boomerang would just bounce off of the doorway's hitbox. It was very, very unfortunate. Oiled Sword, Ruby Amulet, Serenade. Well, the Serenade is an upgrade to the one we had earlier, but that's not the color we're playing for today. I don't even really feel bad about the run right now, by the way, because we kind of just have what we have. Like, we kind of just have what the game is given us to an extent. Point blank, ranger's gear, barbed tip, acrobata pack boomerang in the pack would actually be pretty good, but I think we're just gonna go for No Mercy for this place. And even for the Watcher fight, because of the tentacles, I think No Mercy is totally acceptable. London. I like the outfit too. I'm an enemy. All the enemies in this game have weird, like, void faces anyways. Very disturbing. Electric whip. Dude, I don't think the electric whip is what I want. I think we're gonna keep the magic missiles. I don't know if it's got better range, but it definitely feels like it might. Hey, get out of here. Okay. Gotta play a little bit rough here. And you're dead. That did it. Excellent. Excelente. Took a hot minute. Not really that bad though. Like, this is a situation where the fact that the magic missile does not stagger means you gotta play a little bit carefully if you are in front of an enemy that's a little bit tankier. You know, you can't just rely. Okay, there's nothing here. You can't just rely on the magic missile to stagger, because it literally can't. So on an enemy like this, I kind of just feel like I gotta shoot and run. Now the boomerang is doing a pretty good job of staggering. And I gotta give it credit for that, which is awesome. Oh. But for other enemies, not so much. Or for other, for certain enemies and for certain weapon combinations, not so much. Not so much staggering happening. I will put down turrets for you, because you are bird. You're evil. Not necessarily Knievel, you're just evil. I suppose, like, whenever I have a magic missile run, this is probably the reason why I always find it to be effective with a boomerang, because it is pretty effective with the boomerang. The boomerang does a very good job of staggering the enemies, while the magic missile does decent damage. It's a good little 1-2 combination. Makes sense now that I think about it in that terms. Random skills, honestly, this might be a situation to just save money. I don't know why you didn't want to, like, do anything. Also, I'm trying, it's kind of hard to talk, play, and do this at the same time, but I'm trying to pay very close attention to possible floor runes so I don't have to do backtracking. But it does take a little bit of mental overhead here. I don't think I've missed any yet. Whoops. Thank you, Boomerang. You're doing a great job. Man, the boomerang even hitting him from behind is like just a 10 out of 10. You are like absolutely invisible. You're getting hit by something. Like, I know you're dying. Don't need food. We actually didn't get hit on the floor. We have a 54 hit streak, which is pretty sweet. And then there's just a couple of enemies remaining. I mean, we might as well go kill them. I've been doing a good job so far of making sure that I'm not leaving things behind, so. That was not that bad at all. And again, I tried my best to look at the ground as we were doing this level. I don't remember seeing any floor runes. So let's just get this food, maybe do like a couple of re-rolls. I do like it. I do like it. I'm preparing for the Watcher fight, basically. In my head, I'm like, okay, we gotta make sure we deal with the Watcher. Pierces all enemies on the turret is fine. Sell the food, $600. That pays for like a 1/10 of a turret. And we will leave. We will leave this floor behind. Doot, 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 doot. And continue on to the ancient sewers. Or we could go to the ramparts. Who cares about the ramparts? If the ramparts had another boss exit, then maybe. But as is, I just don't see myself wanting to go that path. Reforge. Everything is fine on the forging. I wish I could reforge the boomerang to have +1 ammo, but an ammo mutation doesn't even work on it. So what do we want? Probably point blank. The damage is certainly conditional. However, if we're gonna be up close and personal, the damage is absolutely worth it. And you know what? Because we have it, we should probably use the Nerves of Steel. It's gonna be better for the floor. It does pierce. It's gonna be better for the floor because of the fact that we want to be able to kill the big units quickly. This is a floor where there's a lot of like, you know, bats sometimes, but there's a lot of big mushrooms that have to die fast. Failed experiments. We don't want to take our time with the magic missile and the fact that it doesn't, you know, stun. We want to kill things as fast as possible. That's a pretty decent indication that this is probably the right idea. We did use a few turrets though too. But that's also an indication that the turrets did what we needed them to do. And we can definitely just like upgrade everything as it shows up here in the shop. I mean, hopefully we'll find some upgrades. Admittedly, the blowgun is tempting. Because the blowgun is very high damage output when you hit an enemy in the back, but didn't really get what I wanted. Luckily, we're not cursed. This is a sonic carbine? The problem is that I really want magic missiles, but if we take sonic carbine against the Watcher, Barb Tips destroys. Barb Tips is extremely great here. So a part of me is thinking, what if you just take the sonic carbine instead of magic missiles, and then you won't have the missiles aiming up, but once you get bolts implanted in the Watcher, this is probably gonna be worth more. So yeah, we'll take sonic carbine, we'll take Barb Tips, and that should get us through the Watcher fight. And with the turrets, right, this is the weapon. With the turrets, that should get us through the tentacles. So we're building our run for what we're gonna be fighting, which is probably smart. Hello, zombie. Zombie man. Ramparts has 2 boss exits on 3BC. Does it? It's not my map. Oh, you can go to the crypt! You're right, I didn't notice. I guess we've done it before. What the heck? I don't know why in my head, maybe I just didn't look. That's probably what it is. I was probably very, very, very silly and did not actually look to see if the ramparts did have a second exit, but I thought I did look at one point in the past. Well, there you go. Glader says it does indeed have an exit, and he is indeed correct. Glader, I hope you saw my post on the Discord. I added you. I'm always amused whenever I am watching Twitch or YouTube or something, and one of my viewers comes up through like a comment in like the chat or something. This has happened in the past with, especially with Not Bill Murray. I see him on Twitch all the time. But I saw Glader on someone else's Twitch and I was like, yo, what the heck, man? Oh. Yeah, it was just like a one-off watching of someone else. Although I got to admit, I didn't really want to watch them just because of the fact that I'm a big stickler for like audio balance. And so if I'm watching someone and the game is like absurdly loud and it makes it really hard to hear what's being said, I tend not to enjoy that much. Okay, the sound is like glitching out here. There's too much stuff happening. But yeah, I was watching someone and it was just really hard to hear what was going on, but I did see Gladir in the chat there. Streams in the morning. Dan streams in the morning, says Glader. That also helps. You know, it's hard for me to watch in the mornings because I got stuff to do in the AM. Okay, you just went into, you died before you could even teleport because you were in spikes. That is kind of embarrassing. Dun 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 dun. It's legendary equipment. I think this is a, oh, it's a boy's axe. That's so interesting. I thought it was gonna be shrapnel axes, but no. A legendary boy's axe is pretty freaking sweet. You know what? We might want to get rid of the boomerang for this. Like, get rid of the boomerang. For now, roll Sonic Carbine, because I don't want to take double damage. But then Boy's Axe as a legendary, with the rooting capability of it. And then we could also, if we want, give it ammo. That just seems like such an interesting possibility here. We have, this is a weird run. We have just an absolute absurd choice in weaponry here. I've had every good purple weapon show up so far. Sonic Carbine, Nerves of Steel, Boomerang. Every like top tier tactics choice has shown up and I love it. So sometimes I'll be on a run and I try to reroll like 10 times and I don't get anything at all, and then, you know, do this run. Apparently every weapon is just gonna be straight up dynamite. I will take... We have no points in anything else? That's amazing. We'll definitely go survival here. I have no scrolls in anything else before that scroll. That's fantastic. Okay, well, you're dead. What a like cool specific run that we've got here. Also just a good run from like play perspective, because we have not taken much damage at all. We've taken a couple of small hits. Nambi, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Woo-loo. Woo-lolo. Woo-lolo? It's like woo-lo-lo-lo, woo-la-la-la. How you doing, Nambi? Dun-da-da-dun. Just checking the map. Want to see what's going on here. No cursed chests, unfortunately. No other chests at all, too. No, like, no scroll. No floor scrolls, no cursed chests, no nothing yet. It's a little disappointing. Is there a secret there? Oh, no, that's just find the loot, basically. Okay, wow, even with double damage, it's the same as the heavy turret, huh? All right, well, screw you. One heavy turret is totally acceptable here. Let's see what loot we get here. Yeah. We don't need to have the syringe on every run. I've been trying to pay attention to the floor. Haven't found anything so far, that's okay. We do not need the small med kit because there are cherries over there. There's a few more enemies to take out too. I forget, do you see starred enemies if they have scrolls in them? If you're looking at the main map? It seems like a bit like a silly question, but I just forget. There's a lot of mechanics and things happening in Dead Cells. Sometimes I do forget exactly what's happening. Pardon me. Pardon me. How do I get this? Oh no, that's not a secret, it's just pipes. It's just piping, that's the secret. Look at that. No poison damage. And then, might as well just go up here and grab the teleporter. A few more enemies to kill. There's a scroll, so I do want to go for these ones. I'm not just trying to 100% the game by killing everything, even though, you know, killing all the enemies is like half the fun of this. You know, it's the combat in the game is one of its strong suits. I'm not gonna speedrun everything. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get out of here and go grab that cherry, and then we're done. What a good floor. Now we did get the mapping, but I broke some ground, so the mapping broke temporarily. We'll get it fixed. Loot or Die, welcome, and thank you very much for the raid, everyone. Hello, hello. How are you? I am all right. Although I'm a little bit scared fighting the Watcher because I always find some way of ruining the damn Flawless, but I've got a pretty good anti-Watcher build here. And I'm hopeful that I can get some more legendary equipment afterwards because I freaking like legendary equipment. Spoilers, everyone does. I've been having such a fun time in Dead Cells recently, playing with weapons that I don't normally play with. I had a very good tombstone run the other day, killing everything with a tombstone. Ooh, we can't really do the achievement quite yet. Too much health. Weird legendary combinations and everything. Yes, yes, the Watcher is still the best name. Conjunctivius is just not the fitting. I think this, like, I'm the same way. Like, Conjunctivius, excuse me? No, he's a giant eyeball. He's a Watcher. Of course he's the Watcher. Okay, so we want Boy's Axe. We want Sonic Carbine. We'll reset our mutations. And we will take Disengagement, just in case. We do want Barb Tips now. This could actually be interesting with networking. Like, does the Watcher take damage if there's projectiles in the Watcher during the tentacle phase? I've never tried that before. Shares 73% of the damage they take. It could be very good for the tentacles, honestly. You hit one tentacle, you hit them both. Can they even take damage when they're underground? I don't know. But we'll try it. So, Boy's Axe, shoot. Boy's Axe, shoot. Boy's Axe, shoot. Okay. Shield makes her invincible. Some enemies, though, when they're invincible, they still take damage from poison, bleeding, and I think even the ground traps, the cleaver traps. So I don't know. Barb tips goes through Spoily Boy shield, so there's that. And I think it does go through shields on other characters as well, other boss fights. Just waiting for this to come back. I fell, but that was otherwise perfect. There we go. Traps on the ground. I don't see the health bar really doing what I was hoping it would do. That was a little dangerous, actually. Go ahead, do your thing. Okay. The Watcher was completely invincible, I think. I don't know what's happening with the boy's axe. It like broke the tentacle. Maybe we should stop using it, actually. This is going very well. There's only one left. It's going from the left. It's done. Yo, stop it. Should have taken No Mercy. The file name for this boss is actually the Beholder. I wonder if they stole that from Enter the Gungeon. Heyo. All right. We have a man. You get 5 scroll fragments. I guess I've never counted. Boy's axe shuts her down completely. Yeah, anything that roots, I'm realizing, is pretty good against the Watcher body, but I never have a problem with the Watcher body anymore. It's always the freaking tentacles. They come out of nowhere, and they ruin my flawless like 90% of the time. All right, you guys ready for a tonic? Let's go tonic. Punishment. Double damage inflicted on enemies? Double damage legendary punishment shield? Dude, that's pretty good. That's really good. Like, we'll hold it at the very least. What do we want for this floor? Carbine or nerves? Honestly, either one works. If I take Sonic Carbine, I don't have to reroll mutations. So you know what? It's a little dangerous because the Carbine's a little bit slower for animation lock, but we got the Boy's Axe keeping us safe. Yeah, we'll get rid of the nerves. Lots of nerves of steel runs lately, not so many Carbine runs, so we'll just stick with it. I don't even think I want to reroll it. Actually, can we reroll Boy's Axe to get more ammo? Okay, I don't really want double damage though. Shots explode in a toxic cloud plus 80% damage to a poisoned target. Sure, that seems good. Maybe not ideal, but yeah, we could just take the ammo mutation. We're going with this part. Although I do hear that projectiles sharing damage is pretty good for the giant. I don't really feel like we're gonna need it with this run though. Yeah, maybe we'll just take ammo. And we'll see what happens with this. So disengagement, ammo, and then I still enjoy point blank, but barb tips is probably better with this, with the carbine. All right, let's see. Wah. I miss the Twin Elite Golems. Feel bad, man, seeing the slumbering. Was there ever Twin Elite Golems here? I don't remember, honestly. Like at some point in the past, or maybe like after a particular point in the game, you don't see him anymore or something. Got to admit, just chucking an infinite number of these is pretty sweet. This seems really good. This seems really good. I have to figure out how the Boy's Axes actually work here. So So you recall them both at the same time. Is that how it works? Yeah, that seems to be how it works. Okay. Replace the carbine with another boy's axe. That's actually like a fantastic idea. If we find another boy's axe, I will absolutely take it and I will just spam the crap out of these. I can't really spam with the carbine right now. I am realizing that there is one negative to having double ammo here. If you want to recall the other boy's axe immediately, you can't. You gotta wait for it. So if there's only one target, really, what you should do is just throw one boy's axe and then start shooting the carbine. That was a bit of a misplay there. Dun 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 dun. Magic missile. Magic missile! No thank you. You still just toss the other. That's true, but I guess the idea is like, let's say there's an enemy on this platform that I'm standing on. I fall, I hit him with a boy's axe. I can't recall the axe immediately to kill them. I have to actually throw the other axe, then recall them. So there's a small like change in the usability of the weapon. It's still good. It's just something to kind of keep in mind because it might come up at some point. And it actually feels like I have to wait for the second one to land as well. Like it's not just throw it to recall it, you gotta wait for the second one to land on something. It would be cool if I could recall it while it's in the air, like recall one while the other one's in the air, but I don't think that's the case. Then again, this is like one of the only times I've ever had double ammo boy's axe, so, you know, I'm gonna have to experiment with this a little bit. Okay, stop. Okay, wow. We got a lot of our health back from that. I wish that he would stop being, you know, invincible, but, you know, it's fine, I guess. There was nothing over here. My bad. Pardon me. Pardon moi. Ice shard plus boy's axe with ammo and oil in the axe is pretty good. That's an interesting idea. I guess if the axe does apply oil, well, it's gonna be hard for this axe because it's so relatively low quality. But yeah, I guess if the axe applied oil, you can get guaranteed crits. That would work. Doesn't feel necessary though. Like you already have root. Do you really need slow on top of it? Maybe. Maybe I should play around with ice shock a little bit more. I tend to not, because I don't think the damage is particularly good, but Wrecking Ball. We gotta get the achievement for that at some point, but this is not the time. Boing, boing, boing. There we go. I was waiting for you. I still have not found a legendary flash grenade. I'm sure it's gonna happen at some point. Legendary flash, oh God, no. Let's go this way, shall we? Let's ignore that direction for the time being. Just head off down here and, you know, have a little fun in this. Well, I gotta do this again. Tell you what I will do though. I got stuck in my animation. He got protected by the thing. I really thought he would be in range to get killed. Oh my God, the freaking shield guardian protector training dummy piece of garbage. Oh, Lethian says, that's why I hate the carbine. Yeah, I should have just thrown the boy's axe, because I wouldn't have been stuck in an animation lock. Getting stuck in an animation lock got me killed. And having the the protector guardian training dummy there also got me killed. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Legendary Boy's Axe would have been a lot of fun, but you know what? You have the seed, it was on the screen. When you get to that part, just make sure you fight him on the upper ledge and not the little tiny ledge. Oh my god. Well, not every run is gonna, you know, have a successful cursed chest and also screw training dummies. I guess the lesson learned here is just in the future, play it safer. Play it safer when you have training dummies and you know there's a training dummy, because their range is larger than you would think. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.